It's economics class and your mind just wanders off somewhere and you really don't know what you're doing and what you're going to do. But you do know that your teacher was talking about demand this and supply that. And what were those again? Well, you doodle off anyways. You started with a squiggly line, then a semicircle, then spikes, more squiggles, more lines, more spikes. Your friend just passed you a folded note, and you opened it to see their messy handwriting saying, "Looks like you're actually concentrating hard. Don't tell me you're actually doing econ." As if you write, "No way, I'm just doodling this." And just to make it extra clear, you make it into a dragon and name it the Greedy Dragon. Because somehow you heard your teacher saying something about that. You pass it back to your friend neatly folded because you really liked that dragon. And so you thought for a while. You like the dragon, and you don't know if your friend really liked the dragon or not. Well, considering that you get free ride, and how it can kill all the germs in the air with its fiery breath, you suddenly realize, wait a second, it's a global pandemic, and you're probably not allowed to fly your dragon in the air. Well, if they existed. Now with that thought, you thought about dragons existing. If everyone had a dragon, no one would need a sanitation machine, nor a dishwasher with an auto hot function, nor a water heater, nor a car. It's such a benefit that you started to grin to yourself and your teacher's looking at you with sharp eyes. You quickly dropped that goofy grin of yours and went back to doodling. Suddenly, you thought of the relation of dragons with heaters and sanitation machines. I mean, like, who won't? If dragons existed, sanitation machines aren't needed, and heaters too. Imagine having a smaller electricity bill for that. Then your brain whispered to your head once again, dragons aren't real. Well, if you'd look at the correlation of dragons with sanitation machines, you'd realize something. If dragons were real and multiplied fast for the sake of humanity, then sanitation machines won't need to exist. But you're living in the 3D world, the reality. So, of course, dragons won't exist and sanitation machines are the only ones here. You drew the correlation and bam! A graph appeared in front of your face. It looks like, wait, no, it is a production possibility curve that you remembered seeing at the beginning of the year in economics class. You remembered it was supposed to show the idea of choice and the concept of opportunity cost. Then, you thought about how smart you were because you were in the same subject even without listening. Suddenly, your stomach growled. Of course! Why does this class have to be right before lunch? And you started doodling again to pass off your hunger. You thought of your friend's Instagram and remembered all of the foods there, like the chicken, barbecue, ramen. Just thinking of it made your mouth salivate. What would you do just to get up and eat? Well, reality check, you don't even have enough money for that, nor does your house have enough ingredients to make a proper soup broth. Your resources are scarce. Whoa, wait, scarce? That's an economics term about how there are insufficient resources to satisfy the needs and wants of people. Now you have to make a choice. You either get the depleting economic good, aka your instant noodles, or your free good, aka air, because you're conserving your food supply. Well then, air it is, because you can hear your mother scolding you again when you eat unhealthy stuff. Well, that's the cost of being good in relation to your noodles. Wait, this is opportunity cost, right? Then again, you congratulated yourself with how smart you are. Food. You need to distract yourself off of that topic, so you went back to your dragons. Thinking it was too cliche though. You thought of something else, like, how people literally demanded for unicorn meat at some point. You thought, wait a second, unicorns are real? Well, rhinos are real, and they have a horn in their heads made out of ivory, which is a luxurious good, and people like it very much. If you think about it, people demand for ivory. Like, there's probably even a black market for that. And guess what? Of course there is. There is because you very well know that where there is demand, there is supply. Ceteris paribus, easy peasy, lemon squeezy, smarty pants. Of course, you immediately know that ivory is practically illegal and the most private good there is. It's a rival good, where one good is permanently depleted when consumed, like your food stock, for example. Arrgh! It always goes back to food again. Your stomach rumbled. Your stomach and your brain is shouting at this point to eat. Fine. If you eat the noodles, what price do you think you'll pay, huh? Now that food's scarce, you'll get a bigger scolding from your mom. If only you can pay your allowance instead of being scolded. Yeah, like the law of demand and the law of supply. Price is inversely proportional to demand. So that means you'll be paying a lot since you have a low food quantity. Ugh, might as well listen then. But if you do get those free government ratios, then that means supply would go up, and you may just need to pay lesser to eat your blessed noodles. Hooray! Thank God it's free though. Imagine if they weren't. The prices would be so high because of price changes and everyone wanting it. Aggregate demand increase, which causes the price to increase, increasing inflation. Well, that escalated quickly. This would be hyperinflation, a high rate of inflation that may make money practically worthless. What? So, I don't have to pay my mom for those noodles then. You hear your name being called by the teacher multiple times, asking you about what are those 3 different types of government policies. Policies, yes. You remember you took notes on that. Ah! You found it, and answered fiscal, monetary, and supply side. Well, you remember fiscal policy uses government revenue and expenditure to control the economy. Monetary policy uses interest rates instead. And supply side aims for aggregate supply to increase to benefit the economy. You answered correctly, but a new question plagues your head. These policies, will they be utilized in the full for the country or the people? You decided not to answer that question. After all, the bell just rang and you still have class tomorrow. Well, at least you have something to think about tomorrow.